Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Minnesota Twins discussion video. And this one is going to be about Max Kepler being the leadoff hitter for the Twins. So let's just start from the beginning. We know that Max Kepler is a good hitter. We know that he, batted really well against righties a couple of years ago. He batted really well against lefties last year. He's kind of figured it out. Like I said, he's never been a Mike Trout hitter. He's never been a Joe Mauer hitter. He's never been any of these guys, but he's been solid. He's been decent. He's been consistent. About 250 batting average, 260, somewhere in there, right? So not, pushing 300, but good, right? He's been good. So let's go through his stats for this year right away, and then we'll talk about this. So he is batting 265 with an OBP of 324. A slugging of 529 and an OPS of 854. So, those are great numbers, right? The 265 is probably a little low for him. He didn't get a hit until, like, the third game of the season. But the OPS is really good. The OBP is pretty good. Slugging is decent at 529. I would take that, especially because he's got all these home runs. So, yeah, he's got four runs, 9 for 34, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 1 caught stealing. So, that's not bad, right? That's not bad. Let's go through his career stats. He is 346 for 1,480 at-bats. He has 203 runs, 82 doubles, 8 thirds, triples, gosh darn it, 59 home runs, 196 RBIs, 163 walks, 314 strikeouts, 16 stolen bases. And his career batting average is 234 with a 314 on base percentage, a 420 slugging, and a 733 OPS. Again, not great numbers, but not bad for sure. The OPS is, again, above 700. That's pretty good. I guess I'd like it above 800, but, it's what can you do? And then OBP is 314, so it's above that 300 mark. It's not quite that 333 mark, I guess, that maybe you'd want it, but pretty good. And then the average is obviously a little low at 234. So now, why is he the leadoff hitter? Let's go back to Joe Mauer, Robbie Grossman. Those two guys were the leadoff hitters last year. When Mauer would get a day off, it would usually be Grossman, who would be the DH, and he would be the leadoff hitter. So those two guys obviously retired, and that leaves us open for a spot. We had Kepler batting, the 6th spot last year, 5, 6, 7, down in the middle of the lineup. And to bring him up is very interesting, I think. Here's why. Look at who else we have. We have Rosario, we have Buxton, we have Polanco, we have Andrianza if we want to put him in, we have Gonzalez, we have Astudillo. Those are, 7 guys? Not saying all of them could be leadoff hitters, but I'm saying that all of them are contact guys with some speed. Astudillo, give or take a little bit, but contact guys with speed, and they've done well, right? They've done well as well. So why Kepler? And I don't know why Kepler, actually. So, here's my take on it. I remember when I made this video, I made who should be the Twins leadoff hitter, and I really don't even remember who I said. I don't know if I said Kepler. I think I said Rosario and Polanco. And here's what I think. So, Kepler has 3 home runs this year. Obviously, he was seeing the ball really well in Philly. And, he did really well in Philly. So I just don't like that off of a leadoff hitter, right? I get that, he homered in the first at-bat yesterday. He got one guy on in the 5th in the previous game when they won 6-2 and hit a home run, I believe at least. So he's not getting anybody on base in front of him to hit a home run, right? That's my issue is, okay, if this guy's going to hit home runs, why is he the leadoff guy? Why would he not be, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, right? So here's my take on it, right? Max Kepler should not be the leadoff hitter. Not because he's not good enough, but because if he's going to hit for power, why not put him in the 5 spot, right behind Nelson Cruz? That's another issue. I mean, if Cruz gets a home run, gets on base, whatever, Kepler is right there as the leadoff hitter to get on base, right, to hit a home run. And if they go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first, Cruz gets a base hit, Kepler hits him home. Or if Cruz hits a home run, Kepler hits him home. If Cruz gets out, Kepler hits him home or hits a home run. So you know what I'm saying? That 5 spot is really good because it allows him to possibly get a guy on base. It allows him to possibly be a leadoff hitter still, too, if you want to take that path of, yes, I still want him to be a leadoff hitter, and he's not the leadoff hitter, right? You can use somebody else who's a little bit faster, maybe a little bit better from both sides of the plate, or, you know, can see certain pitchers well. I don't know. So my idea would be, let's put Polanco out front. Being a switch hitter, if they wanted Max Kepler out front because he is, you know, he can see righties really well, you know, and he's gotten better at lefties. And if they throw a righty, obviously you'd have that matchup. If that's what they're going for, okay, I think maybe we should put Rosario out there then instead, because I think Rosario is a little bit faster than Kepler. And I think putting Rosario out there would be a little bit better for his average to, you know, take some more walks or, you know, get on base a little bit more. Obviously, he's been struggling just a little bit this year, so I think putting him out front might help. Or if you want to do what I think you should do is put Polanco out front. Switch hitter, can hit from both sides of the plate pretty well. Obviously, he hit the cycle. He hit 6 for 11 this last weekend in Philly. He's been doing well. I think he's been doing well the whole season. I think if you put Polanco out front and Kepler even at the 2, again, then you have that same thing. Polanco gets out, Kepler's there to be the leadoff hitter. If Polanco gets on base, Kepler's there to hit him home. If that's the case, that you really want Kepler to be the leadoff guy, put him either at the 2 or the 5 spot. I just don't think he's that good to be a leadoff hitter. I don't know if he's just not taking enough walks. He's only got 3 on the season with 8 strikeouts. He's a free swinger. He's a happy swinger, and you know we've seen that, right? He swung at the first couple of pitches in the KC game, in the Philly game. He did hit a home run in the first at bat, but that's one time, right? I mean, and he took a couple of pitches first, so not discrediting that, but also, you know, he did swing at the first couple of pitches, and that's probably not what a leadoff hitter is supposed to do. So if you put Polanco there, maybe a little bit more patient of a hitter. Rosario's pretty patient, or at least he has been this year. You know, maybe that would help. So that also changes the middle of the lineup, right? It depends on where you want to put Kepler. If you put him behind Cruz, I mean, you could put Rosario up top. So you got Polanco, Rosario, then you got Cruz and Cron. I mean, look at that. There you go. You've got 2 power hitters instead of waiting another batter at the 5 with Cron or Gonzalez or whoever you need to put up there. I think it makes the flow a little bit more. So you've got your heavy hitters at the top, and then, you know, you got some contact guys, heavy hitters, but you're not using Kepler in the way that he should, like his best capabilities. You're not using him. You're just putting him out front so he swings. And I'm just not a fan of that. So that's my option, I think, would be to put Polanco out there or Rosario. But the one guy I do want to see out there, the reason is I want to see those guys out there, right? I think that makes a lot of sense for how the season's been going. However, what I really want to see, what's not going to happen, is Buxton. Why is Buxton not the leadoff hitter? This bothers me so much because he's literally like how I was as a player. Obviously, I'm not as fast as him, but I was a speed guy with contact. I got on base, I stole bases, and I scored runs. That is literally Buxton. I mean, he is the definition of let's steal bases, get runs. Now, he's got to work on the hitting a little bit, and he has so far this year. And he struggled a little bit lately, but, you know, he's been consistent enough. I mean, so it's not like he's been doing that bad, but he needs to do a little bit better. Anyways, if he's the leadoff hitter, again, I think that could help with Rosario. If he's struggling a little bit, get some more at-bats, take some more walks, get on base a little bit more. The pitcher is, you know, probably the most nervous or, you know, wild or just not ready to pitch at the beginning of the game before they settle into their groove, right? So Buxton takes more walks, even if he gets hits, he's on base, right? That's the thing. Buxton would be on base, and he can steal bases. He's like 31 for 31 in the last 31 attempts. He gets on, steals bases, Polanco or Kepler hits him home. Why is Buxton not the leadoff hitter? Like, if he's the 8 hitter or the 9 hitter like he is now, he's getting one less at-bat than pretty much everybody else on the team. He's not getting those consistent reps up front, and the pitcher is being more consistent through the third, or once he sees 9 batters and 18 batters, by the second time through the lineup, he's cooking, he's cruising. Why? He's probably got his best stuff versus Buxton, and that's not going to showcase how good Buxton is. That's not going to showcase if he can get on base. But if he's the leadoff guy, and he actually can get on base more, like getting walks or, little hits, steal bases, score runs, and we're up in the top of the first inning. That makes a lot of sense to me. I think that would be textbook scoring runs. And not that I don't have anything against Kepler being the leadoff guy. I just don't think we're utilizing him the way he is probably meant to be. Even if you put him at the 2 with Buxton out front, there you go. Buxton gets out, Kepler's the leadoff hitter. Buxton gets on base, steals a base, gets a base hit or a home run, Buxton scores. That's what I want to see. Obviously, it's probably not going to happen because they really like Kepler at the leadoff hitter, but something to think about. I mean, if you're not going to put Buxton out there, why not put Polanco or Rosario out there as well? I just think Max Kepler has developed himself as more of a power hitter now and not a contact hitter, and he's not that fast, right? And his average, like I said, his average is more of a power hitting average. It's 260, 250, 270, somewhere in there, 240 to 260-ish. That's a power hitting numbers. And if he's hitting home runs, make sure people get on base so we can utilize him the way we need to. So that's my take. I finally made this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But that's all I got for you today. Let me know what you guys think. Who should be the leadoff hitter down in the comments below, and we can talk about that. But that's all I got for you today. Make sure to come back tomorrow for another one, and we will see you